Hey team, Chris here. Hey, I know a weird time for me to jump on live, but I've just had a question from a friend actually, and she is hoping to lose weight. She's changed from not much exercise, not much movement at all, to currently moderate exercise, so fast walking an hour on the weekdays of the week, so an hour a day, 5 days per week. She's told me she's eating healthy and she's hoping to lose weight. She's made all these changes and nothing's happening. And she's wondering what the hell's gone wrong. So she's reached out to me to ask for some help and some advice. And she wants to know, it's been 3 weeks by now, so should she have seen results by now? The answer is yes, she should have. Is she being too unrealistic to ask for results in 3 weeks? No, she's not. She should be seeing some. All health requirements, if she's in a healthy state. Sorry, I keep getting messages on my phone. I'm just trying to swipe them away. If she's in a healthy state with healthy hormones, yes, she should definitely be seeing results by now. So what is happening? Why isn't she losing weight when she started to exercise? She wasn't exercising and she started 5 days a week, and she's also eating healthy. I'm getting funny messages. I've got to get rid of those. So who's there? Can someone say hi or give me an answer? If you think you know the answer to my friend's dilemma, hit me with it, because I know you guys are very smart. My people on my page, they're pretty switched on. So say hi, tell me you're there, tell me you're watching, and let me know what you think her answer is. I'm going to answer it myself, but I'd love it if you posted some things in the comments. So I'm just going to call her, go away, messages. I'm just going to call her G for now. So what I want to tell her is that all weight loss happens when we burn more calories than we consume each day. That's the only way that weight loss happens. So when you put in less calories or less energy than you need, it has to come from somewhere. Your body has to pull from somewhere from itself in order to make up that deficit. Now, it can come from two places. It can come from excess body fat, and we call this our storage, our reserve storage, or it can come from lean muscle mass. Obviously, we want it to come from our excess body fat, or in most, 99% of cases, we want it to come from there. But we must have that calorie deficit in order for that to happen. Doesn't matter if you're eating healthy, doesn't matter if you started exercising, doesn't matter about anything like that. That must happen. Even if you go on vegetarian or you eat clean or you've gone paleo or whatever it might be, that must happen in order for weight loss to happen. The approximate guide is 7,000 calorie deficit equals 1 kilo of body fat burnt up. Now, that's an approximate guide, and it depends on your health and your hormones and some other things, but it's a pretty good guide to start with. Now, G is doing 5 hours of moderate exercise, so fast walking per week. I'm going to guesstimate. I know how big she is. She's not a big lady at all. I'm going to guesstimate that she burns about 250 calories per session. Times 5, somebody do the math for me, 750 calories she's burning extra. So how many did we just say that we need to be in deficit? 7,000. So it's a little drop in the ocean. The exercise that she's adding is fantastic for her health and her blood sugar management and her heart and her lungs and her mood and her stress. Fantastic. Fitness, energy, fantastic for all of that. But for weight loss, it's a tiny little drop in the ocean. So we got that. The other thing I want to say about exercise is if you're doing exercise that you don't enjoy, I'm not saying that G is, but if you are doing exercise that you don't enjoy, that you dread, that feels like a chore, that feels like a punishment, then you're probably going to compensate by resting more than you normally would or eating more than you normally would in order to sort of reward yourself in a way. So you must be doing exercise that feels like it gives you life, it gives you energy, it gives you willpower, because the rest of the hours of the week are where a lot of our results will come from. So that exercise must build you up, not sort of tear you down and make you feel awful. So good, that's out of the way. So exercise is a tiny portion of it. The eating is the biggest portion of it, and G's already told me she's eating healthy most of the time. She mentioned she had a few takeaways, whatever. We're all human. Love my takeaway too. But what I want to tell her is that healthy eating doesn't necessarily equal weight loss eating. It must be a calorie deficit in order for weight loss to happen. We've already mentioned that. Plenty of people have gained weight, gained excess body fat through healthy eating by simply eating more than they need. Portion sizes are too big, or they're eating too regularly, or they're choosing something that's high in calories when they don't particularly need to. All of these types of things. I'm just going to check. I've got a few comments here. Good morning, Pam. Yes, Pam's on the right track there. Now, all of this might sound like she has to count every calorie in and calorie out. She doesn't. A lot of times people will arrive at weight loss as a destination as kind of a byproduct or by accident from eating healthy and moving more. But that hasn't happened for this particular lady. She hasn't sort of put those actions into place, and weight loss has happened as a byproduct. So now my recommendation for her would be to start becoming calorie aware. Not obsessive, not strict, not crazy about it, because we're only estimating anyway all of the calories in. When we read a food label, it's an estimate, and the calories we burn up is an estimate, even if you've got a heart rate monitor. So we don't want to get super strict, super obsessive, but becoming calorie aware that if she's burning 2,000 calories and she puts in, say, 1,500 calories, there's a deficit there and weight loss will happen. Now, in 3 weeks, if she was doing an appropriate weight loss plan, because weight loss is her goal. She's already reached out to me. That's not everybody's goal when they start exercising and eating healthy, but it's hers. So if she was on an appropriate weight loss plan, in 3 weeks, I would have hoped that she had lost at least 3 kilos, because you tend to lose a little bit more in the first couple of weeks. So 3.5 kilos. And I know she's not a big lady. Everything would start to be getting loose, and she would really start to be feeling fantastic. Instead of this just nowhere land. So an appropriate eating, the eating is the most important thing. The next most important thing I tell my clients is daily movement, not necessarily exercise. So anything that gets you to burn more calories throughout the day in sort of a way that's no big deal. Just not being off your bum, walking to the shops instead of driving, and getting up and moving around, and going for a walk after dinner, just a comfortable walk after dinner, things like that, daily movement. And third on the list is exercise, but exercise that gives you life, gives you energy, gives you willpower, gives you motivation, not takes away from it. I hope that has answered G's question, and anybody else that might be on the line. I have got a 12-week program starting in January, because I'm having a little rest in December from it all. It's basically everything you need to know from Woe to Go, and not just knowledge, but action steps and team bonding. So we all do it together, and inspiration, motivation, accountability. And it'll start the first week in January. So we're going to hit that New Year's off running, and one simple step at a time. So it's a really just sensible, slow, sustainable steps program. But if anybody wants to know more about that, please comment below or send me a message. But I hope that helps my friend. And she should start to, if she becomes calorie aware and gets that calorie deficit in the next 3 weeks, hopefully she's 3.5, 4 kilos lighter, although it's a tough time of year. I often say Christmas is a time to minimize damage, not to make major transformations, but each to their own. If she's motivated and fired up, then go for it. Okay, guys, I've got a class on today. I think I'm going to take them to the hill. They don't know yet. What we call the ugly hill. And anyway, I'd love to hear what you're doing, and I'll talk soon. Bye.